Okay, and we are Hello and welcome to the...
Are we...
Hey, we're starting off right.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, how much did that we get?
Died none.
Coming live from
serious?
our mom's basement.
Yeah, wait.
Nerd level turned to 11.
Hello and welcome to the 50...
It's over 9,000.
I gotta turn this down. Excuse the echo-ness of me. Okay, alright, let's try this again. Hello and welcome to the 52nd episode of Damage Control Podcasting, a professionally unprofessional look at the conventions, ideas, and genres of filmmaking. I'm here with...
Daniel Newkirk.
Tyler Tipton.
Cody Dietrich.
Okay, it's the Nude 52, the rebirth of DcP, a flaccid reboot of the DcP universe.
Well, maybe for you.
I don't want to look under the table. So we got where we are in a...
Sorry.
That really red line.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry, headphone users.
We
User.
We are in
Sorry, Cody's mom.
We are in a temporary...
Said that before. No, sorry.
You know, some of the
No, I'd never have to apologize.
Okay.
We are in a temporary new studio because my work sucks and I wasn't able to come and work on a new studio. So please forgive the editing or echoing. Please and the editing.
We are located in a bunker 50 miles below the Earth's surface. If you're hearing this, you are the resistance.
It's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks. How long has it been?
Yeah, I think it's been 4 weeks since we...
I've been very anxious because I don't like not podcasting.
Because this is the only time he gets to talk to humans.
Yeah, or non-old people.
Well, I mean...
Information.
Yeah,
information is power. I now have power over you because I know what you do for a living.
Everyone knows what I do for a living. I'm a man whore. Okay. Anyone want to say anything before we get into tonight's episode?
I'm glad to be back. I missed podcasting with you fellas.
I could take it either way.
I'm related to him. I work with you and Cody.
Have you guys started?
Yeah, Cody's just here.
Yeah,
have you guys started work yet?
His first day was a 13-hour shift.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. Are you serious?
Yeah. First day was Friday. And,
well, don't say what you do in case someone hears. But
I already have the power over them now too.
Oh, okay.
No, it's fine. I
could at this time order a catering event.
Go for it.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that.
Our menu is online with some pricing information if you want.
That would be...
I have a business card at my truck if you want.
Okay, so we'll talk about this, but have you ever catered for a single person before?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Was it weird?
Yep.
Oh.
Really? So where are my glasses?
We don't...
I don't know. You weren't wearing them when we showed up.
Calm down, Velma.
Sorry, I'm not going to try and get... I'll pry into that after the podcast, so we're not putting that information out there in case they ever want to be a re-customer.
I'm curious where my glasses are now. Okay. All right.
Well, now they know you wear glasses.
Yeah, I know.
I have more power.
Well, if you watched our recent YouTube video, because we're expanding into this new format, YouTube format. We're kind of pioneers in it. We made a video, 3 dudes in a review.
Yeah.
With only 2 dudes.
Yeah, the increasingly inaccurately named 3 dudes in a review.
I'm sorry.
Soon it's going to be Adam by himself.
Night with the selfie stick. I watched this movie and
it's called Bambi. It came out recently. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Stars The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Daniel pretty much had to poke me and prod me into doing it. I had to poke him. And
Are you talking about the YouTube video or something else?
No, the video. I had to, because I always want to do content, but then when I get to it, I'm like, I don't want to do this. So I had to Daniel, we gotta go. When I get in the car, and I'm like, I did everything I could not to start it. Okay, So much like this podcast. So tonight, it's our rebirth, the Nude 52. I would like to talk about dead universes, connected universes, and reboots in any media. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Please forgive the echoing. Sorry. Okay, so, as always, some trivia. Okay?
Oh, boy.
I'll name some characters from dead universes. You name the universe. Okay? These are dead universes in all kinds of media.
DC Extended Universe.
We will get there, but no, that's not part of the trivia.
Oh.
Okay. Number 1, War Dancer, The Good Guys, Dark Dominion, Charlemagne, Prejudice and Caution, and Plasm. These are all characters from what defunct universe? I'll give you a hint. It's a comic book universe.
It's not Wanted, is it?
That's the Millerverse, isn't it? The Millar?
Well, I mean, it's its own thing. Like, if you read Wanted, it's kind of a blend of DC and Marvel mythology with different bad guys who win and the superheroes are done for.
Gotcha. No.
Okay.
It's Defiant Universe.
Defiant. Okay.
Defiant Comics was a comic book publishing imprint of Enlightenment Entertainment Partners. It was established in '93 by former Marvel Comics and Valiant Comics editor-in-chief Jim Shooter.
Ah, so a failed comic book company. Yes.
See, we're off to a good start. Okay, number 2. Hard Case, Prime, Sludge, Primeval, Ghoul, Rune, Lord Pumpkin, Prototype. These are all characters in
The
what
Lord Pumpkin thing.
in what defunct universe?
I say 4 of them are Transformer names, but they're not all Transformer names, though.
I'll give you a hint. None of these are Transformers. This is
Was
the,
it the hint? No.
The shit they are, and Sludge is a Transformer. Sir.
well. I'll give you a hint. None of these characters are Transformers.
What's the hint?
Here's another hint. It was a cartoon in the '90s. It was a Saturday morning cartoon. They are now. Marvel has now absorbed most of these characters.
Marvel.
Power Rangers.
No. The Ultraverse. The Ultraverse was a comic book imprint published by the American company Malibu Comics. The Ultraverse was a shared universe in which a variety of characters known within the comics as Ultras acquired superhuman abilities.
Is this
Okay.
or isn't this kind of like where the Infinity Stones came from?
The what?
Is this where I'm thinking about? This is where the actual Infinity Stones came from because like they came from an offshoot. You talked about this when you did research. As they came from an alternate universe that got absorbed in the Marvel universe.
Okay.
I thought.
Our go-to Google guys Googling it.
Let's go.
Number
with that.
3. Okay.
Can we say Google? Is that trademark? We're
Got it.
Googling it.
We're using our secret, super secret website.
Y'all make,
Goggling?
first of all, y'all make fun of me, but I have awesome trivia during our commentaries. Okay. All right. That was the last comic book universe. Number 3. Characters name this defunct universe. Characters from it. Lenny Kozlowski, Andrew Squigman, Mork, Chachi Orcola,
Oh, this is the
Days.
Happy Days
and
universe.
Richie Cunningham.
Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley.
Mork and Mindy.
The Happy Days universe. The hit TV show Happy Days created 7 spin-offs.
Seven?
Laverne and Shirley, Blansky's Beauties, Mork and Mindy, Out of the Blue, Joni Loves Chachi, The Fonz and Happy Day Gang, which was animated, and Laverne and Shirley with special guest star The Fonz, animated. Okay.
I don't think those 2 animated ones should count.
No, the internet says it was part of the universe. I'll give the name of the universe. You give me the movie/show or characters within said universe.
All right. This one ought to be easier.
No, it's not. It's not going to be. You guys have got to think. This is Adam trivia. By the way, I was talking to Daniel the other day, and he fucking used my name as a verb, which really hurt my feelings.
Oh yeah, Adam it up.
Yeah. Okay. Number one, the East Rail 177 trilogy.
What?
The East Rail 177 trilogy.
Is that Snowpiercer? Snowpiercer?
No.
No,
How's that a trilogy?
because I think they've made multiple.
Because there's 2 Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movies and Snowpiercer.
Oh, Tyler's on. No.
Oh.
None of these are comic books.
Okay.
These are all movies or TV shows.
There's something.
Oh,
You got-
pass.
It's the Unbreakable trilogy, the Unbreakable Split in Glass, the
Oh.
East Rail 177 trilogy.
Gotcha.
So it actually has an official name that they just made yesterday.
No, I guess
That sounds like an Adam made up.
No. That's what M. Night Shyamalan calls it.
Shyamalan.
Okay, Sadako versus Kayaku.
Can we get an accurate pronunciation?
No, that is not accurate.
Something about Sudoku?
No. Sadako, Sadako.
Oh, spelling it really helps.
Yes, thank you. Versus Kayaku.
Godzilla?
No.
Okay, I'm out.
The Ring and Ju-on verse.
Oh,
The
okay.
Ring and
I knew that
Ju-on.
one.
Okay. This one,
Is it really a universe? Is it just like
it
a
was
couple sequels?
no, the actual Japan movies, I guess, are interconnected.
Okay.
This one I didn't know was a universe. I mean, I didn't know. Okay, I knew it was a universe, but I didn't know it had a name. Okay?
The Scary Movie universe?
Oh.
The Billion-Fold Incorporated universe. The Billion-Fold Incorporated universe.
Billion?
Oh, excuse me, Billion-Fold INC period universe.
Is that the Green Hornet world?
No.
No?
Talk about interconnected universes. You know who the Green Hornet's great uncle is?
Phantom, right?
No, it's the Lone Ranger.
Was it Lone Ranger?
Yes.
The Billion-Fold Incorporated universe.
The Social Network universe.
Oh yeah, cartoons, Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, Tough Puppy, and Bunsen.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
Just because they have crossovers doesn't mean they're interconnected in the same universe. They've literally from different universes.
They're called the Billion Fold because that's the name of the company.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be really impressed.
Fuck you, Butch Hartman.
I'll be really impressed if y'all know this because I
He
knew.
finally left Nickelodeon.
Well, I hope so. We made enough money.
Who's trying to get him?
I think Cartoon Network. Then he had an accident or something, and he's been off the radar for a little bit. I just recently
He had an accident right after he left Nickelodeon.
The air quotes don't really work on a podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just now starting to see stuff from him again from his YouTube channel. He actually has a indie YouTube channel where he actually does artwork showing what the cast of certain of his shows would look like if he actually got to continue the timeline and stuff. Which is pretty cool.
Interesting.
Isn't there a theory that Danny is actually Timmy?
Yes, we've been over this before.
Oh, okay.
No,
All right.
it is not true.
Did you find what we were?
Yes and no. I found the answer, and Cody is wrong.
Well, I'm not saying it was that, but I thought there was something that did come from a sub comic book.
If it is, I cannot find it.
No, when I tell things, I back them up with facts. Unlike Adam, who just like, hey, I was thinking about this while I was taking a shit the other day, and
Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems legit to me. Okay, last one. The Tommy Westfall universe. The Tommy Westfall universe.
Is that a director?
No.
Producer.
I didn't realize this was as big as I
Oh.
thought. As big as what I thought it was. The Tommy Westfall. What shows are within the Tommy Westfall?
Is it like Tommy Westfall? Like that's his name, or is it Tommy and Westfall?
His name is Tommy Westfall.
Okay, I don't have an idea then.
Literally every show ever created is in the Tommy Westfall universe. Tommy Westfall is the kid.
oh, is that that's the St. Elsewhere's kid?
Yeah, apparently,
Yeah.
apparently
Because Boy Meets World is in that, and
Yeah.
Boy Meets World,
they can literally connect every
Yeah.
show ever created to this boy.
yeah. I knew that name.
Even Justified was somehow they got a list of every show that was pretty cool. Okay.
Huh.
Thank you. Okay. Due to the popularity and money-making juggernaut that is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, everything that is put out nowadays has to be an interconnected universe. But is Marvel the first to make a cinematic or TV connected? Well, I guess we already answered that. And are they the biggest? First, let's define some terms. What is the difference between a connected universe and or a series? So what would you consider a connected universe? What would you consider a series?
A series follows the same characters. Like Back to the Future follows Marty McFly through 3 movies. That's a series. If they did like movie 1 with Marty and then movie 2 was with Doc, then that would be a connected universe, in my opinion.
Well, but Doc is in the first.
No,
But
what
I'm
he-
saying like where there's multiple characters in spread out with their attentions in different movies. Like the Marvel Cinematic Universe has an Iron Man movie, a Captain America movie, and then they're in the same movie.
Okay. But using your terms, hasn't the MCU morphed into a series? Because
Reindeer. Santa Claus.
Sorry, my parents' dogs just came running out. That was weird. Anyway, but hasn't the MCU morphed into a series because pretty much Tony Stark is in every movie now?
Yeah.
Not true. He was not in Black Panther.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not that you saw.
No, he wasn't.
He might have had.
He wasn't.
He
He
might have
a
had
single role.
invisible armor. Why? Because he's a white guy.
Yeah.
He couldn't be in Black Panther.
Yes.
No, there was 2 token white guys.
Okay.
So I think for me, like, the Marvel Universe is... Like, if you look at the Marvel Universe is...
Cody whips out a Black Panther.
Cody just took off his shirt. Sorry.
And
so
he
the
is ripped. Looks like Killmonger over here.
Damn.
He's a black guy. No.
Yeah.
He takes his shirt
Yeah.
off. He's a black guy. Okay, go ahead.
So anyway, the Marvel Universe, like, you have the connected universe, like Tyler said, where, like, Iron Man and Captain America, they have a connecting fiber, which was Nick Fury. But then you have series built within the universe. So to me, for example, Infinity War is no more of a series in the Captain America line than Black Panther is, but they're all part of the Marvel Universe. But you have Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3. They're all part of the Iron Man series in the Marvel Universe.
Okay, so can you take a series and franchise are pretty much the same, 2 terms for the same thing, right?
I would think franchise and universe would be the same. Because you have to talk about a Marvel franchise.
Well, but you take the Fast and Furious movies. That's they call it a franchise. But
Don't we also have another continuation that is actually a spinoff?
Hobbs and Shaw.
That's what I was getting ready to say. The Hobbs and Shaw movie, which is coming out. So can you take a series and morph it into a universe? Is that what the Fast and Furious is doing, or did they already do that with Tokyo Drift? But they've already interconnected all that with the characters. So.
I think they just got tired of doing Fast and Furious and a number. I think they're just like, oh, we got these characters. Let's just they're in this movie by themselves.
What do you think of the title that the Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw? That's about the dumbest.
It sounds
title.
like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah,
like I thought it was going to be an animated movie.
Yeah, that or like that's like callback to Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
Like
So
Hobbs and Shaw meet the Wolfman.
Well, they're basically fighting a Frankenstein.
I don't even know the plot of the movie.
The Rock and Statham team up.
Yeah, and they're fighting basically the Olsen guy
Idris
from Thor.
Elba. Idris Elba.
Heimdall.
Yeah. He's in the movie. He's the bad guy in this movie. And he's basically just, I guess, apparently a genetic, and people have worked on him, and he's now invulnerable.
Yeah,
he's basically a superhero.
Remember
He's
like
got-
the first Fast and Furious when it was like
He's got
racing
like
cars?
He's got like
Yeah.
nanobot technology.
Nanobot technology.
Yeah.
He's like bulletproof and
God.
stuff. And so he basically one-shots Rock in the trailer I saw. He just like basically picks up, bam, just throws with one arm.
I have no interest. I have no interest in seeing it, but it did make me laugh because there's something where they got to scale down the side of a building, and there's these ropes, and the Rock looks at Statham and says, "Okay, let's go," and he's like, "On 3. 1, 2, 3," and then the Rock jumps and Statham just stands there, and Rock has like a FU look on his face as he's going down the ropes, and Statham just politely walks over to the elevator and goes down. So Rock is scaling down the side of the building, and Statham is just enjoying himself down the elevator, and the Rock's fighting off these guys, and the bad guys pushes the Rock into the elevator and smashes the glass, and Statham just laughing at him, and as the Rock has to float backwards, he's like flipping them off, and he's like saying "F you." It was pretty funny. It made me
the
laugh.
stupidest
It's
movie
like- but
ever.
It does look really stupid, but that part actually made me laugh.
God.
It's like a buddy cop comedy, but in reverse.
I don't understand. Like, you have a series that starts with undercover cops and racing cars, and then a train comes out of nowhere and annihilates a car, and like that's the big dramatic reveal.
Gorgeous car.
Gorgeous car, yeah, very pretty car.
And I believe in the last one they fought a submarine. Didn't
I don't know. I saw 1, and then I saw 5, and that was it.
I'm
And
fairly
that was enough.
I'm fairly
I
certain.
wanted them to do
I
Vice.
literally only saw the ones that said Fast and Furious, It was The Fast and Furious and Fast and Furious are the only ones I've seen.
I'm fairly certain when they were fighting the submarine, they launched a missile and it was skidding on the ice and The Rock fucking kicked it. I'm pretty sure that happened.
Is he like? Is The Rock the descendant of the guy that rides the nuke in Doctor Strangelove?
Oh, Slim Pickens?
Yeah,
Slim Pickens?
yeah. Is that like he like kicks it and like he's like, this is for my grandfather?
Okay. I got a serious question. I enjoy working out. I enjoy muscles.
You need to do it better.
Yeah, thank you. Do you think The Rock has reached a point where he's? I mean, there's bodybuilders, there's ripped muscle dudes, and then there's slabs of meat, and then there's fucking The Rock. I think
I wouldn't fuck The Rock.
he does not.
I would. Hey, have you seen him?
I'd crawl up inside of me.
I mean, dude. I mean, come on. I
I'd
mean,
be
seriously.
scared.
Seriously, do you think he even looks human anymore?
Do you think
He
can?
does.
Yes.
But see,
I mean, he doesn't look like a
I was
fucking
gonna,
alien.
I was gonna say like he probably can't like reach certain spots to shower himself, but he's so rich he probably like has people
Yeah.
do it.
Or a really hot, like, woman or guy. I don't know what he's into. It's 2019.
I think he's
Is
married.
it? Is it
Is he married?
Yeah, I think he's married.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, he at least has a daughter.
to a guy?
They have a daughter. If
They had
do.
a daughter in that movie.
No, he actually has a daughter. Like
Oh.
I saw something that
Cut-
he actually has a Pikachu suit to play with his daughter.
Cody Scoot. There we go.
He actually has he had a Pikachu suit custom made so he could play pretend with his daughter.
Well, he would. Everything he wears has to be custom made.
No, I meant like it's not like he just went and bought a costume. He actually had a custom made so he could play with his daughter, like key parties and stuff.
Okay. All right.
That's kind of that hits me a little close. Like the father doing that for his kids, kind of cool.
Rock's a pretty awesome guy.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
not gonna lie
he
on that
seems
one.
like really cool. I'm just saying, like, I think he's reached a point where he's not even meat anymore. He's just
Rock.
I get Rock. I get. Okay.
Oh, I forgot the Rock.
What Rock?
The Rock.
Oh, the Rock.
Yeah, the Rock.
Rock.
Yeah, the Rock.
All right. We might have to find that with the tacos.
Yeah. No. I have the Rock. The tacos are still with you.
What about the
Alright.
Crocodile Rock?
Fucking Christ. Okay, we're moving on. What are some of our favorite universes? What are some of our favorite series?
The Twilight Universe. No, wasn't being serious.
Isn't that a series though? It's not really a universe, is it?
I don't know.
It's a series at this point. I don't think
It's a
they've
se-
added
yeah.
onto it.
I think it depends on what you count 50 Shades of Grey.
I don't think
Do you
Yeah.
consider that your favorite series?
No, it's the Twilight.
It was a spin-off from Twilight.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey is?
Yeah, originally was.
She
Yeah.
wrote
So
the
That's
original.
not the same author, is it?
No. The original, the author,
Whoa, the Ridge. We're a little out of practice. The Ridge.
the chick that wrote 50 Shades of Grey. It was a Ridge.
Thank you.
God, I want to kill myself already. It was a fan fiction of Twilight, and then she made it into a book.
Are
Yes.
you kidding?
No, that's 100%
No,
the
that's
origin of 50 Shades.
yeah, that's where it came from.
So who was?
And she's made millions
it was
of dollars off this.
the
from a,
two main
It
characters.
was Edward or was it the werewolf?
It was Edward.
Oh, okay.
That's why, like, he's a billionaire, and there's like no reason for it.
he's also a psychopath and doesn't treat his woman right.
Hey, Eki McGee, scoot closer to the. Thank you. You're the only one echoing. Usually it's me.
Echo.
Tinny.
I would.
sounds so tinny.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, okay. Good point. Yeah. I would say right now my favorite universe is Transformer Universe, thanks to Daniel.
I got him
Even though
hooked.
he's watched one movie.
No, comic book universe.
Oh, the comic book universe. But I take that back. Apologies.
I did watch cartoons though.
Not all of them.
Well, most of them. I feel weird about borrowing stuff.
Doctor
Yeah.
Who universe.
I understand that feeling.
Doctor Who, the Whoniverse.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
I
kinda
really enjoy the Marvel
universe.
We call it just the universe.
I know
Is
it's
that
a
amazing?
lame go-to, but I enjoy the Marvel universe a lot. I like all the interconnectivity. I like seeing my favorite characters in other movies, and make them into side characters in those movies. I like that a lot. Like Spider-Man, Homecoming. I like the fact Tony Stark was sort of like this mentor role. He stole the show in some scenes, but for the most part, it was on Spider-Man. I enjoyed that a lot. And I'm hoping they do the same thing with Far From Home. Because Nick Fury and Spider-Man together just seems fun.
Because I'm sure they're going to kill off Tony Stark.
Mysterio's the bad guy in that movie, right?
I don't know.
That's the
Yes.
idea.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
sure he's the bad guy. Yeah.
They're going to turn him into a bad guy.
Yeah.
I know, but like, part of me wants it to be that they don't.
No, the first
I'm
three-fourths of the movie is going to be him convincing everyone he's the good guy.
And
Like,
Spider-Man's a dick.
they're going to syndrome it.
Well, that's what they did in Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
Was Mysterio was a hero until Spider-Man outed him as a hero, and then J. Jonah Jameson got all upset that Spider-Man corrupted this hero, and that was another reason to go on a campaign against Spider-Man.
I thought you guys would like the Wizarding World universe.
I do just like I like the
It's
original
not my favorite.
Yeah.
You said favorite.
Okay.
Favorite is one.
I am not really a fan of Star Wars at all, but I enjoy like the offshoot, anything that does not involve
the main
like Luke and all them. Like I enjoyed Rogue One.
Which one?
The Rogue One. Thank you. I like looked around. I enjoyed that one a lot. I even enjoyed Solo.
You were the only one.
No, I
enjoyed it.
It was fine.
I haven't seen
It's on Netflix.
I know. It's on my list.
I want to see one with Harrison Ford after he left Luke and Leia and did his shit after the first 3 Star Wars movies.
Okay, here's the second one. Arrowverse.
No, it's the
I couldn't
Flashverse
get into it.
Arrowverse wasn't bad.
Arrowverse is excellent.
now. It's the Flashverse now.
No, it is. It is and always will be the Arrowverse.
I think Flash is more popular.
Stephen Amell made that universe. If it wasn't for him, there would be no Flash.
Stephen Amell.
And I like the Flash series, but it's not as good as Arrow.
Okay. Moving on.
I'm so far behind on that. I need to catch up.
Moving on from universes. What's your favorite series?
Yeah, I think it's got to be the ones I just watched last week, and that's Boondock Saints.
Oh yeah,
Really?
I love Boondock Saints, man. I watch it at least once a year for St. Patty's Day.
Why'd you watch it last week then?
Because I wanted to watch it.
Oh, okay.
I was at least once.
Those are really good movies. I always wanted them to make a third one or like a comic book that like tied it all up.
There is a comic book.
Does it tie it up or does it?
I haven't read it.
Okay.
I think my sister has a copy of it. And then there's
Didn't
they are making a third one.
Didn't
They are. I knew they've been talking about
Didn't they reboot it with a bunch of black guys? The
it.
Boondocks?
No, idiot.
Okay.
I knew you were gonna make that. I thought you were gonna make that joke right when he said it.
I'm a little rusty.
My
jokes aren't that good tonight.
favorite series that I can watch over and over
So you've been rusty for like a year and a half now.
is the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy.
Isn't that a universe though?
It's more of a series. It's not like we have 15 offshoots of that series. We have the original Lord of the Rings trilogy, and then we have basically the extended prequel.
I don't know. With our definition, we only have one character, and that's the same between the two series, and that's Gandalf. I guess
Bilbo.
Bilbo's
Legolas.
Bilbo.
Not in this first trilogy. He's got
He's
got
mentioned,
like 10 minutes and
See,
in
he's
the
still
first
in it.
movie, and then
He's
5
still in
minutes
it.
in the last. It's a cameo.
He's still in it.
what's his name? Not Shia LaBeouf. What's
it
Frodo's character? I forget what his name is.
Oh,
Elijah Wood.
He's not in the Hobbit, is he?
He's in the first and last one.
He briefly, because you see him running into Bilbo's hut. Like I don't think
and Bilbo trade roles for each
Hobbit
perspective.
Hobbit. And I don't even like Lord of the Rings. I just know that. I've been trying to get into it, but the movie's just so fucking long.
That's the reason I watch. Like it's not like it, and they don't have a point to it sometimes in the scenes. The music is done so well. They're so relaxing sometimes. The action is fun.
I will say this. I have not seen Lord of the Rings. I really do. I've been watching a bunch of Stephen Colbert stuff, and he's like the ultimate Lord of the Rings nerd.
Yes.
And he had Liv Tyler on, and he made her reenact the scene where like she's warding off the ring wraiths, and like he has to pretend to be Frodo. And I've watched that scene on YouTube so many times that I would watch that movie again just for that scene.
Have you seen the guy who challenged him to a Lord of the Rings trivia contest?
I haven't seen that, but I remember him telling someone, he's like, yeah, I visited Peter Jackson in New Zealand, and they introduced me to their Tolkien expert. And he's like, and I destroyed him. I was like, I don't freaking doubt it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems
you
really.
know, see, like, and I can get behind that because he had Smog as a guest on the show.
Oh yeah, I can Cumberbatch voiced him. That was pretty sweet.
Yes.
But the trivia contest, you guys see it. It's this guy comes in and he's like, okay, last time you wrecked me with trivia. This time I'm ready for you because I read the Silmarillion, and he's like, okay, name just one of these crazy obscure characters in this pantheon. Colbert.
Oh, is that when he just starts like listing them off?
Yeah, he named off like 8 of them, including their domains and everything.
Yep. I did
bam,
see that.
Bam, bam.
He's like, you came to the wrong house, son.
Because I saw one where he's like, or are you talking about this person? Who's the son of this person? Who's the son of this person?
That's the one. Yeah, you coming to my house?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I brought that one up. Okay,
Yeah.
Moving on. What is the difference between?
Not even gonna address it.
No, I know nothing about Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings.
It's not Game of Thrones.
There's only
Yeah,
one
so-
Return of the King.
Anyway,
I messed that one up. There's
What?
only one Return, and it's of the Jedi. Not of
what
the King.
is the difference between a reboot, remake, and retcon?
Retcon ignores everything.
No,
No, well, no.
I think Reboot ignores almost everything.
Well, a reboot is like a legit restart. Like a reboot is brand new from the beginning, scrapping everything.
Which is what DC needs to do.
No,
Which they've
wait a
done.
minute. So the new Nightmare on Elm Street that came out with Jackie Earle Haley, they called that a reboot, but it pretty much just remade the original, the Ridge.
But it wasn't a.
But it had
It
the
wasn't
same
as corny as
characters.
the first ones.
Whoa. Did you not see the first movie? There's
Well, he's running down the alleyway like
That's
this,
fucking-
and you can see the wires.
Look, I am who are you guys just talking about?
Stephen Colbert.
I am the Stephen Colbert of the fucking Nightmare on Elm
No,
Street.
I don't
you-
know.
No.
I
Yes,
doubt it. You
yes,
may
I
know
am.
some stuff.
Okay.
You don't know.
What you know what I mean? Like, you have to admit some of the deaths and later Nightmare on Elm Street were just absolutely fucking hilarious. They weren't.
You're
Like-
extremely sadistic.
I am, surprisingly so. I hate horror, but yet I like horror at the same time, which is weird.
But so anyway, my point is, can a reboot and remake, is there really that much of a difference? Or does a remake just stand alone, and
What-
a reboot is you're trying to?
That's what I was going to ask you. Was
Okay.
when they did the new Nightmare on Elm Street, were they planning on making an entire franchise?
I believe so. Yes,
Okay, so then it just fell on its face.
pretty much. Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
They tried the same thing with Friday the 13th too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Platinum Dunes, the Michael Bay company.
The company that only remakes horror movies.
I don't even know if they're around anymore, but their only success was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series, I believe. Because
I like the House on Haunted Hill remake.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre
didn't
is
like
the
that
same
one?
movie 15 different times.
yeah.
You're talking about The Haunting on Netflix? That one?
No, the House on Haunted Hill. You know that I own like 20 copies of the original, the
Yes.
Ridge. So
Yes, because we used to watch it on
Yeah.
family trips.
it's really corny. It's got one of the greatest scares of all time, but it's really
With
corny.
the old lady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really.
Yeah.
You can watch it in the daytime. And it's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
I seem to get this feeling you've been scarred, Tyler.
Yeah. This room holds emotional scarring.
So,
Adam used to own this Freddy Krueger that was like no bigger than this, and I got really like into the Brendan Fraser Mummy movie.
Right.
And Adam had the only copy, so he's like, "Yeah, no problem. Go downstairs in my room and get it." And I should have known something was off because Adam doesn't loan shit to anybody, but he
Sure.
will take stuff from anyone. And
Anybody, eh?
so I go downstairs to go and get the movie, and this room we're in is like 20 feet long. And so you walk into the room and you walk past this Freddy Krueger, and there's a sensor, and basically Freddy Krueger goes, "No running in the hallways." And it's pitch black in here because I
It's
can't
only
find the
like
flag.
16 feet long.
Shut up.
Those are not feet.
That's 12. That's 12-inch tile.
That is
Those-
not
no,
12-inch
those
tile.
Yeah, it is too.
Those were
12-inch tile.
cut.
that's 12 inches if you're lying to your girlfriend. That is what that is.
Yeah, that's 12-inch
So
tile.
this thing goes off in pitch black, and I turn around the corner and I jump up all 14 steps, and I'm No.
There are not 14 stems.
Oh my God! Would you shut up, Dad?
Okay. Anyway. Okay.
All right, so talking about being scarred, I have a few questions to challenge Adam's claim.
Fuck! Here we go. I knew I shouldn't have opened my mouth.
We're going to start with the easy one.
You know, I never question any of you guys' claims. But y'all put me in the fucking
because
test all the time.
You tried to roll out some Doctor Who questions, and I destroyed every single one of them.
You did. You were probably the Colbert of Who.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. That was crazy.
No, the Nerdist guy is probably the Colbert of Who.
Well, I was talking...
In our circle. In our circle.
So why can't I be the Stephen Colbert of Nightmare on Elm Street within our
You
circle?
have to prove it. He's proven himself. You have not.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
What is Freddy Krueger's full name?
I have no idea. Freddy Krueger.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Seriously?
Seriously.
It's something Krueger.
Okay, Mr. Colbert.
What is it?
Frederick Charles Krueger.
Oh, okay. Give me the one.
All right. In the original script, what color is Freddy's sweater?
In the original script, it wasn't even a sweater. Because in the making of Nightmare on Elm Street, they didn't even have a costume for it. So I don't know where this trivia is coming from, but I'm telling you, he didn't have a sweater in the original script.
This one is from HalloweenLove.com.
Well, Halloween what?
HalloweenLove.com.
Well, HalloweenLove.com is incorrect because I've seen the making of Nightmare on Elm Street a million times. He did not have a sweater in the original script. That didn't even come up until later.
How long is the making... How long is that movie?
Never Sleep Again?
No. How long is the making of...
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Is it like a 15-minute documentary?
How long is that documentary?
It's Never Sleep Again, and it's about 5 hours long.
It's about 5 hours. So you watched 5 million hours worth of... Okay.
Yep. All right, give me one more.
Well, HalloweenLove.com says that the sweater was originally red and yellow.
That's incorrect.
And then from History.com, what city does Elm Street exist in?
Let's see. So Elm Street came... So Elm Street within the movie is in Springwood, which is Springwood, Illinois. That's within the movie. Yeah, it is.
Nope. Springwood, Ohio. There we go.
It's not.
Mr. Colbert.
Anyway, okay.
That's from History.com.
Okay.
And with a name like History.com, you gotta believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
All right. So, okay.
Look
So
at
we
those
just...
websites you get off of.
Yeah.
At least I cite my
Supernatural
sources.
wiki.
We defined reboot. We defined a remake. What is a retcon?
So a retcon is when you selectively choose what to remove.
So like the new Halloween movie.
Right. The new Halloween movie
Don't talk about it. I haven't seen it yet, so don't talk
is
about it.
a retcon because they remove part of the universe,
They
but not
removed
all
Season
of
of the
it.
Witch, the
No,
best one in the entire
They,
series.
no, they were considered...
Would you consider
dog
Bumblebee a retcon then?
Yes, because Bumblebee, until we get some more information about what the Bumblebee franchise is going to be, at least retcons out Bumblebee's existence in World War II from last night. At the very minimum, it retcons that out.
The new Halloween, though, they consider that a soft reboot because they still... Everything from the first Halloween still exists.
Yeah, but it's not. But they're changing. It's not a reboot. To me, that's not a reboot.
Well, it's considered a soft reboot because they're trying to reboot the franchise, but everything from the Ridge Halloween it's still intact.
I think the big thing is the scope. So the original Halloween movie could probably be considered a soft reboot or a reboot or whatever you want to call it there because it was removing, was it like 8 hours or 8 movies worth of film from the franchise? Is that right? Something like that? It's removing a shit ton. I only know is Adam droned on about it for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
God, you guys are so fucking mean to me.
Where in Bumblebee, at the moment, they're really only retconning out about 10 minutes worth of footage, maybe, from the original Transformers franchise.
Well, more than that.
Maybe a touch more.
Maybe a little bit more than that.
They do retcon out the tie-in comic books.
Right.
They do retcon those out entirely.
Oh, it is Ohio. I was thinking of Freddy's Dead. I'm sorry. Anyway, go ahead. Haddonfield's in Illinois. That's why it got me thinking. Sorry.
Yeah, you still suck.
I know, it's
Yeah.
fine, it's fine. I was saying, Haddonfield, Illinois, Springwood. Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Anyway, so to me, that's the
And
difference.
Camp Crystal Lake's on the East Coast. Okay, go ahead.
Really? So in Freddy vs. Jason, they drive across country in a matter of 20 minutes.
That movie plays short, fast, and loose with a lot of the mythology.
What about
The bong monster that Freddy turns into?
Oh, in the making. Okay,
Oh,
okay,
Jesus.
okay. Have you guys seen Freddy vs. Jason?
Yes.
There is a very blatant Jason Mewes character from Jay and Silent Bob. In the making of that movie, they have all the actors talk about it, and they cut to Jason Mewes, and he's like, "Well, when I was in this, I wasn't in this fucking movie." And he gets up and walks away. It's pretty fun. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Wait. So, is the View Askew universe, is that connected to the Scream universe?
It almost would have to be.
Because they were in Scream 3.
Right, yeah. Right.
Huh.
Yep.
Huh.
Also, the Scooby-Doo universe. I think they had an animated movie, Jay and Silent Bob something. I think Scooby-Doo was in it. Or a fake Scooby-Doo lookalike was in it. I don't remember.
Well, if this animated Jay and Silent Bob Scooby-Doo universe exists, then that means that it's connected to Supernatural because Supernatural had a Scooby-Doo universe.
And it's all taking place in what's-his-face's brain.
But that was a universe jump, though. I don't know if you can count that.
All right.
Like, it's not like a legit same universe. They had to do some universe hopping.
All right.
Do you think Jay and Silent
And-
Bob is Shaggy's drug dealer then?
Oh, yeah, easily.
That would make a lot of sense.
Easily, man. They all go to, what's the name of the
Red Bank, New Jersey.
No, what's the name of the fast food chain?
Movies.
But yeah, they all go to movies and buy.
$15, little man. Put that shit in my hand.
Don't do it anymore. We'll have to play loyalty.
That's
Right.
why I stopped.
Okay.
So for those wondering, Camp Crystal Lake is in New Jersey.
Also, there is a Crystal Lake here in Illinois,
Yes.
but it's not.
Yeah,
It's not camp.
The canonical
It's by Grace
Camp
Lake.
Crystal Lake is in New Jersey. There
which
is
is the East Coast.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
Oh, okay.
defending-
I thought you
defending-
said West Coast.
defending myself.
I'm narrowing it down from somewhere on the East Coast to a state.
I think it was obvious. I say East Coast. Of course, it's New Jersey.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's what everyone thinks.
Okay.
I have to admit, I've never once, and I'm a big fan of the Friday the 13th series, never once looked at Friday the 13th and went, yeah, that looks like New Jersey.
There's a lot of slutty people in New Jersey. They probably.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You
What-
think you're
what
better
are-
than me?
What the hell are we doing here? Why aren't we in Jersey?
I planned a road trip to Jersey just because I wanted to go see the hospital where the exterior shots of House was filmed.
Oh, that'd be
Really?
Was that actually shot in Jersey?
Yeah.
Right on.
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I also want to go see the Secret Stash.
Yeah.
I want to go there.
Yeah.
All right. I got to keep us on track here. I've been doing a good job so far.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Okay. Talking about retcons, could Avengers Endgame use the idea of retcon to solve the snapping?
If they're going to use time travel like everyone's trying to say that they're going to.
So could this be like a retcon? How am I going to try this? Could this be like a first cinematic obvious retcon?
I don't think I'd call that a retcon. To
No?
me, that is obviously a setup. Like, that is a setup to a plot line. They're not
Okay. All right.
retconning, because that usually implies a mistake was made. And that it needs to be fixed. Usually you retcon a plot hole.
Okay,
no
so
one's been caught yet.
Tom Holland as the young kid in Iron Man 2 is a retcon.
Yes. Them coming out and saying, oh yeah, that's Spider-Man now, is they're retconning that into play. Because they want that to
I
be
don't
true.
believe that because we saw the woman that was with the Peter kid. It was not Aunt May.
Didn't Feige just like, yeah, whatever? Like, people kept asking him, he's just like, yeah, sure.
I think Tom Holland just said it in an interview, and then everyone's like, yeah, fuck it. Just
So, what are some of our favorite examples of each? What's your favorite example of a reboot? What's your favorite example of a remake? What's your favorite example of a retcon? I can tell you, I don't have a favorite example of retcon, but I have my least favorite retcon, and that's anything to do with Jason Todd. I fucking hate the Red Hood. I hate Jason Todd.
why do you gotta hate the Red Hood?
I wished he would have fucking stayed dead.
Damn.
I hate that retcon.
Why do you hate the Red Hood?
He's annoying. I just do not like the character. Everything's a Red Hood now. Everything's Jason Todd. I do not like Jason Todd.
Wow. I bet he liked
So-
Jason Todd before he got all popular.
Yeah.
Kinda
So
hipster.
you don't like him because people like him.
No.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why he's everywhere,
Yeah.
because people like him.
Son
He's
of a
popular.
bitch. Anyway, move. What's your favorite example?
Fuck. I don't know. Reboot.
I think my favorite. Now, I guess that's gonna be kind of hard to answer. My favorite, like, honest to god reboot, like just from a movie perspective, is probably Bumblebee.
Okay.
And it also was probably the most improved from the previous to the new, because Bumblebee was fantastic.
Yes.
But
it didn't make money, so I think
it made.
Yeah, it did. It made a bank, dude.
I'm pretty sure it was a failure.
It cost less to make than all the other than the first Transformers movie.
I'm googling. Go ahead.
Yeah, Bumblebee's, I think, made a shit
But they
ton
also
of money.
say, like, if you make like $70 million, you're a box office flop. Like, that the way that they judge all that crap is ridiculous. Like, if you don't make $1 billion, then you had a shitty movie run.
Yeah. I think my favorite, the favorite reboot that, how it was done was the way they rebooted the Star Trek universe.
Mm-hmm.
When they went from, Nimoy and
Shatner,
thank you.
Despite being a good movie, Bumblebee was a financial flop.
Do you have numbers and a source and all of that?
Yeah,
because everything I've seen is it was in the top box office for 3 weeks.
But it also depends on the studio. The studio might think it was a box office flop, but I'm sure everyone made their money back and then some.
Yeah, plus it's the first one off of the new Transformers license, so I mean people have a lot of bad taste.
Yeah, it wasn't as big as the other ones. We have to admit that it wasn't as big as the other Transformers movies, worldwise.
It's sitting at 94%
literally took place in
tomatoes.
It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah, it literally took place in 5 different places. Yeah. It didn't and I think that's the exact opposite of the Michael Bay movies where they're just fucking everywhere.
Yeah, and you actually had likable human characters. They just did a good job with it.
Yeah.
But my favorite way they did the retcons is definitely the Star Trek universe, going into the Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto. Thank you. That was such a Star Trek way to do it. I just really, really enjoyed that.
I like it. Yes, I like how it's not just the same story retold. I like how they added variants to it.
Yeah. That opening scene was harsh.
Yeah, it was.
If you don't cry, you're heartless.
What opening scene was that?
Star Trek.
Where Thor dies.
Yeah.
Oh, and the chick from House. No, the chick
doesn't
from House
die.
survives. That's right.
And then
she was in it.
And then Fred Jones is his stepdad.
I can't. Okay, so it had a budget of $135 million. It opening weekend of $21 million. It has a gross as of January 31st, 2019 of $122 million in the U.S. Cumulative. Tyler, help me out here.
Cumulative.
You use words good. Help me out here. Worldwide gross is $413 million as of January 21st, 2019.
So it tripled its money.
You see, because I thought I remember reading somewhere it had made $192 million in one weekend.
Here's the thing, though. The budget was $135 million. You have to double that for marketing. So if you have $135 million, you double that because that's usually how much the marketing is. So Tyler, you know math. What's 135? So 135 is what?
270.
So it's got a $270 million budget. It only grossed as of 31st of January, $122 million.
Which is
in
still
the U.S.
In the U.S.
Didn't you say 430 million worldwide?
413 million.
Okay,
worldwide.
So they still made
over $100 million.
I'm not making this. I'm just reading what it says on the internet, people. Okay, all right.
Moviepoopshoot.com.
Moviepoopshoot.com. Okay, all right. Moving on.
We didn't even establish any of the questions.
Yeah.
We didn't answer any of them.
What was the question?
What was the question?
You asked us what our favorite retcons and remakes are.
Yeah, I thought you guys were answering it.
I
was the only one that answered.
Oh, I was Googling shit. I thought you guys
I was
answered.
treading water while you were Googling, so we didn't just jump from on their toes.
Okay, my favorite reboot is the DC story arc of
course it's DC.
Masters of the Universe. I thought it was a good reboot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's a good reboot. I enjoy the campiness of the Filmation He-Man, but I kind of like watching
The Dark Orko.
Yeah, I kind of dig that. Okay, since no one. Okay, who?
I can't think of any right now.
Okay, Cody, what's your favorite reboot remake? Favorite remake is John Carpenter's The Thing. I like the Ridge, but I prefer the remake.
That's such a great movie. I can tell you what my least favorite is. My least favorite retcon, it comes from the Ultimate Universe in the comic books.
Is that the one with Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver?
Yeah. That was actually pretty solid. I didn't mind that relationship. The retcons I hated were in Ultimate X-Men, they resurrected Beast, and that retcon was absolutely awful. Like, it was poorly explained. It's just like, and Beast's alive now. And then the same thing happened to Spider-Man when they killed Spider-Man the first time.
My favorite one, I don't know what this would... It might fall under anyone, but mine is Blackest Night, where they bring back everybody. And
But that was kind of a cool way to say why these characters keep coming.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it's my favorite. Because, in comic books, they just like, oh, okay, well, this person's alive again because we say it is. And then they have that specific...
You got the magic amulet.
Yeah, they have a specific line where Necron goes, they came back to life because I allowed them to come back to life. If I wanted them to stay dead, I can make them stay dead.
Who was the fake
That's pretty
Batman?
great.
Did they ever say who the fake Batman was?
No, it was just a
clone.
It was just a body that they
okay.
made to look like Batman.
Okay, now can I move on?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. Cinematic universes. Everything seems to be trying to fit that mold. Does it need to? Is it hurting the final product?
Yes.
Trying to lay... Oh, it is? Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Me and Tyler's actually talked about this before. With the DC universe.
I think it needs to be... The DC universe needs to do, like, their Elseworlds in one shot. Like, I would rather see a Batfleck one-shot movie, and then, they can have their extended universe, and then do, like, Superman Red Sun, and then cast a completely different Superman and do All-Star Superman. Like, that's, to me, like, that's the whole point of the multiverse. Cody's like taking on layers, taking off layers,
taking off clothes, putting
he's
it
like,
back on.
He's like doing it
off.
like really slowly and humming music. But I think that'd be the best way to do it. Like, I like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I don't like how I have to watch it so intently to pick up on everything. Like, I love Lost, and like the third time of watching Lost, I can just watch it and have it go in the background. But the very first time, like, there's so much detail put into everything, you have to, like, sit there and stare at it. And sometimes you just want to watch a movie to watch a movie, or I do at least. So that's my thing. I think having extended universes can kill at certain times.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it depends on basically what you're doing. So and how much real faith you put into what you're doing. Like, a good extended universe is phenomenal, like we see with the Marvel movies, and you can see that in especially in Japanese animation, where you see like the Gundam extended universes. Those are all fantastically.
Is that called the Gundam style universe?
Oh my
no,
God,
it's
please slap him. Please slap him.
that would be the Universal Century, sir.
I don't get it.
And it's not Gundam, it's Gangdom.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, so like those are really, really well done, interconnected universes with each other, but they still have their spin-offs. But like the Universal Century is just fantastic. But then you start looking at the poorly done ones like DCEU, which was absolute garbage. You have the
I think
the Dark Universe.
I think DC's problem is the studio interferes. Like, Marvel has such a huge hand in it, and Disney has such a huge hand in it. Warner Brothers is like getting too big for their britches, and they're like, well, if they can say this, and it ends up screwing up everything.
I agree. Also, as much as I like Snyder, I like pretty much everything he's done. I even watched that Owl movie he did. He's a super fanboy, and I can't say it enough. Fanboys should not make movies of what they're fanboys of.
What about the movie Fanboys?
Yeah, you've said this joke last time.
No, it wasn't a joke. It's a legit. The movie Fanboys is amazing.
Because he tries,
It is pretty decent,
he
yeah.
tries to make a Batman movie, but he's just like, he tries to put Batman in a movie and he's like, well, it was really cool when on this comic line where he was this old, but I remember when Superman fought Dooms. Is like Nolan liked Batman, but he wasn't a fanboy of Batman.
It makes me think of that Fat Man on Batman where he's talking to the guy that drew the comics that Kevin Smith, I can't think of his name.
Walt Flanagan.
Yeah, where he's like, I'm talking to Walt, and I said, Walt, who do you want to be in it? And he goes, Trigon. And so he has to find some way to put Trigon into this Batman comic.
Yeah.
And I never agree with you, but yes, I agree with you at that point where there are certain types of people that love it so much that they want to cram everything into it.
Yeah, I think like you need to show restraint, but I would almost disagree because I don't think I watch the Batman versus Superman movie. I watch Justice League. I watch Suicide Squad. I watch all of these movies with Batman in them, and I don't see anyone who respects Batman's character in the filmmaking process at all.
Well, I
don't see a fanboy of Batman existing in the writer's room, the producer room, the director's room, nowhere.
I think you're looking at the way Snyder sees Batman. Like Snyder sees Batman as just a blunt instrument. Like that's the Batman he likes. He apparently likes Frank Miller's Batman.
But even still, like Frank Miller's Batman wasn't all. I mean, he was more brutal, but he wasn't that much more brutal.
He was pretty close.
He has like
Didn't kill all those people like Batfleck did.
Yeah.
Don't be giving that. Oh, he walked away from that explosion.
First of all, for any longtime fans, listen to the Batman v Superman commentary. I explained all those deaths away. Solid.
This is exactly how DC can fix their problem right here.
We're getting it. We're not there yet. That's actually a question I'm bringing up. Okay. How many, just real quick, how many cinematic universes are out there at the moment, do you think?
We got
Fast and Furious, the Dark Universe.
Well, it's dead, but yeah.
Kaiju universe.
Godzilla, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Both Godzillas.
I just said whatever the King Kong and Godzilla verse was. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, Kaiju, yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Star Trek.
No, Star Trek isn't a verse, is it? I guess it is.
We got like 14
Right.
movies.
Legoverse.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The obvious.
Okay, I like the standalone Lego movies. I don't like the Lego Batman and all that stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. Lego Batman is pretty fucking funny.
What
Is
about-
it?
Yeah,
Like I
it's
haven't
pretty,
seen it yet.
It's pretty funny.
We missed the obvious MCU.
I said that.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I thought it was so obvious we didn't need to even say it.
We got the Transformers universe.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Harry Potter universe.
Okay.
Or we can hit. Why are we continuing Harry Potter universe when it's obviously the Fantastic Beasts universe at this point, right?
No, because the second Fantastic Beast was crap.
Really?
Yes, because they put in a stupid plot twist ending, which is crap. They better fix it in the next one.
Okay, moving on. I gotta keep it streamlined here. DCP. What if DCP was hired to create a cinematic universe? Shooting from your hip. Name an IP that we can do a cinematic universe. We are given.
DC.
No.
We could do a much better DC.
That's next. We are to write film one.
We already did Golden Girls.
What's
gender?
What's the proper way to write film one of a universe? What's a property?
I want the mass universe, the comic book where it's the Phantom, the Shadow.
Okay.
Your pulp comics.
Okay, so we're doing the we're doing the pulp
cool.
comics. Okay, so we're given film one. How do we do film one?
So I think you're building on a cracked foundation. I think before you can even move into film one, if your intention is to make an extended universe, then you start in the planning phase and you plan out 4 or 5 movies deep before you even start writing the first one. So that way you can get your continuity in check. Because you don't want to be writing a Shadow movie and then retconning your first Shadow movie with the Phantom movie.
But we're only given permission by the company to write film 1.
Then you need to pick your Iron Man character. Iron Man set up the MCU.
So who are we playing with? Phantom,
Shadow,
Zorro,
Green Hornet, and Kato's with Green Hornet.
Okay, so Green Hornet flopped, so let's not have him be the Iron Man character.
Either one, Shadow or the Phantom.
I want a Green Hornet that doesn't have a comedy actor as the main hero of it.
But should he be the Tony Stark of our film? Should he be the Tony Stark of our universe?
Well, we have the legacy thing there, don't we?
What?
That's
instead of going forward in a universe, why don't we go backwards?
And do what?
Like we start with the one that's closer to our timeline, and then we go backwards. How the got to this point, right?
You'd have to go through 20 Phantoms.
That's the point. That's our universe.
21 Phantoms. Because Kit Walker's the 22nd Phantom.
Yeah, you go backwards though.
Yeah, I think you could probably go that route.
What about the Shadow? Is he immortal?
It depends. The original Shadow had no like superpowers, I guess if you want to say. Like he could convince you of certain things, but like it wasn't like the Alec Baldwin mystical.
Right. But so when he grew old and died.
Yeah. Okay, like the pulp comics, like they have no real abilities, I guess.
Because I guess 1920s noir wouldn't fly with today's audience.
Ooh, I'd watch the shit out of that.
Well, it'd have a niche audience, but would it sell?
I think it could. I mean, I thought Sin City did a fantastic
if you would make
job.
I'm sure if you made a Spider-Man noir movie, people would watch it.
But that's more based on Spider-Man than the actual noir genre.
It's based entirely on the noir genre. It's just
no. I'm saying no. I meant people going to see it would be more of the Spider-Man factor, not the noir factor.
Yeah, I think we're Spider-Man noir, yeah, but I still think modern day noir can work.
Boardwalk Empire is super popular.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay, so let's set it in the 20s and the 30s as the backdrop, going off of Peaky Blinders and Boardwalk Empire, all that. Who's our Tony Stark?
I think Shadow's probably your best bet. I think he's probably because
he's
Zorro. He's probably the most well known.
He's gonna be your Batman Tony Stark character. He's gonna be your team lead, basically.
So film 1, it's all about the Shadow. Do we lay any mystery boxes? I know everyone gives J.J. Abrams a bunch of shit. I don't really care for his movies, but I like the idea of mystery boxes. Do we lay any mystery boxes, or do we just make a solid Shadow film? So if it's financially good but not enough to continue the universe, it's a solid film.
I think you throw in hints, like you have like someone reading the paper or like an old-timey newscaster and mentions the Bengala jungles or stuff like that, so you can play them off as Easter eggs.
Or one of the bad guy has the
the skull
I guess
mark.
They can't see what I'm doing.
That type of thing.
Okay, all right.
And I think like you have to have you can't just limp into it. Like you've got to go full force if you're going to go into it. Like when they did the Nick Fury reveal at the end. Mm-hmm. I think you've got to do some sort of reveal at the end of Shadow.
Okay, what's our post-credit scene then?
I think it's got to be a conversation between Shadow and Phantom.
Or the Shadow goes to put his coat on. It's got a fucking Z cut into it. Like, what the fuck is that?
No, because you don't cut it.
Yeah, you see, I think my least favorite part of interconnected universes is the time that they take to bring everyone together. Okay. So for me, what I would want to do is make it so that the characters are already established with each other. Mm-hmm. So, for example, it would be neat if you saw Shadow put out a message to go to the Phantom through the movie, and he never responds. Mm-hmm. And then the after credits scene, Shadow comes home, Phantom shows up, and he's like, "You're not the Phantom." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm 22, 21 bit it. I'm introducing myself."
Either that, or I want to see it cuts to black, and then it slowly gets brighter, and it's Kit Walker sitting in the skull cave, and then you just hear footsteps, and he's talking to his Alfred character, and then you just hear the Shadow talk, and then that's what sets it up. Like, you can still have, like, it's the...
Well, no, it makes more sense to because if Shadow is our Tony Stark character, the Phantom coming to see the Shadow makes more sense than all of a sudden the Shadow appears, or the Phantom appears post-credit and the Shadow's going to him, right? It'd make more sense.
Well, I think you can go either way. I don't want to discount Tyler's idea, especially with what we know about the Shadow. Like, he would be an interesting way to do that, where he's like, "Hey, where were you? I told you."
Yeah, if this would be the Shadow building the team, then
Can we get the human spider in there?
yeah, because he's actually in the comic.
Okay, good. I like
forgot
the
it.
human spider. He's cool.
Okay, for people who have no idea what the hell you guys are talking about at this point, like, I have actually no idea about this universe at all.
Yeah, welcome to me when you guys are talking about
You don't
that
know who
fantasy.
the Shadow or the Phantom is?
I know the names.
Oh my god, amazing!
That's for a different pod.
The Shadow.
We'll do
the Shadow
Pulp Heroes on a
will,
different pod.
Fight piracy in all its forms.
What? Okay, so I think that's a pretty good solid way how to do film one of a cinematic universe. Okay, now dead cinematic universes. How could we save? We're gonna save a dead cinematic universe. The DC, we're going to take the DC Snyderverse, everything that's already out there, Man of Steel, BVS, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, and Justice League. Because I think you've seen Aquaman. I think they pretty much discounted it's a standalone for the most part, right?
They don't really say. Like, they don't really establish anything with the Justice League other than they talk about him fighting Steppenwolf.
Okay.
But Aquaman has never met Mara before.
Okay.
So they kind of discount that from Justice League.
Because I'm pretty sure the head of DC.
He talked about Mara, and he's talked about Mara in Justice League.
He talks to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, he has no idea anything about Atlantis in Justice League, even though he goes directly to Atlantis in Justice League.
Yeah, he
Like,
goes right to it.
Yeah,
Are
in
you fucking kidding me?
No, in Aquaman, he has no idea anything about Atlantis.
And this is supposed to take place afterwards.
Yeah, because they talk about him fighting Steppenwolf.
So the head of DC Entertainment.
Yeah, so that's a retcon. They retcon out that entire scene in Justice League where he talks to Mara and...
Which is a scene that fuels the whole entire plot line of that story.
Exactly.
So the head of DC has officially said the DCEU is done. It's dead. The Snyder storyline is gone. Okay, but
They want to keep the characters.
they're gonna what's it called? Elseworld, the other worlds of the multiple verses of
Multiverse.
So anyway,
Because Jason Momoa is an excellent Aquaman and Gal Gadot is amazing Wonder Woman.
I agree with
And
you.
Batfleck
get a
is
load of
amazing
this.
Batman.
The
He's
and
Entourage has come to
Oh my
fruition. Isn't that
God.
fucking weird? Anyway, so using the Snyder storyline, Justice League come out. How can we save it? The next movie. What's the next movie?
Flashpoint. That's what's going to happen.
Okay. Doesn't that seem too on the nose?
No.
Especially with as terrible as Ezra Miller was. I don't want to make
point.
Flash...
That's the point.
Okay.
He is going to go back and he's going to change everything, and then we're going to splinter off. That whole entire universe will never be talked about, and suddenly Ezra Miller's Flash will become a much better casted Flash. So he'll go back and
You
change
could even
everything.
retcon the crap you hate in Man
Like
of
he
Steel.
changes his
and
father or his mother somehow.
BVS.
That's why he looks
The
different.
entire movie?
No. You can even retcon the crap
We're
because
saying
when he
Flash, you wanted
runs
Flash
through
to run
Metropolis
and
and
save
saves
everyone.
it.
I,
You're
I,
like-
I thought that was such a missed opportunity
Yeah.
for Justice League
Yeah.
for them to have a real nice and easy explainer
Yeah.
about Superman. That would make me feel a lot better about Man of Steel.
So-
I was really disappointed in that.
Basically, I don't care how the Flashpoint movie does basically the Flashpoint movie is just going to be used as a catalyst to splinter the whole entire universe, because I want to take the opportunity to do a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
Yes.
That would be absolutely amazing.
Yes.
And that's what they need to do. They just need to do an Elseworlds one-off, and then if you build up enough fan base for all these characters, then you can bring them back into a single connected universe.
And Justice League redone with Darkseid instead of just one of his fucking cronies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. So my only problem with that is just a solid reboot. That is just starting over from the ground up. We're not really fixing anything. We're doing a radiator cap repair. You take the cap off, bring new car, cap back on.
But let's be honest, there's no way. I don't think it can be fixed.
I don't know, but like the only idea I have about actually fixing the current universe is passing the torch. Is have Darkseid come to Earth, and Superman, Batman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, all 5 of them get killed in the fight with Darkseid.
I like Henry Cavill's Superman. And Tyler knows how much I hate Superman, but I like Cavill's Superman. I like Godot's Wonder Woman.
I like them too. The issue is that if you are going to fix the universe, you need to make Superman Superman. And he's very much not Superman. He is Superman in powers only, not in attitude in any of the movies.
What if using your death, as much as I like Batfleck, first of all, he is officially out. We'll get to it later in the news. But what if Ezra Miller's Flash dies in the attack from Darkseid? Batman does what Batman does.
Only if he dies in Infinite Crisis or Crisis on Infinite Earthway, where he runs so fast he becomes the bolt of lightning that gives himself his power.
That's fine.
That'd be cool.
And then he creates the newly casted Flash, and then Batfleck sacrifices himself doing something very much like a Batman, and then in the following movie, we are introduced to Dick Grayson. We still have.
We don't have a Dick Grayson though.
But
That's the problem.
Exactly. See, that's kind of what I was thinking. Was that you can you do a passing the torch movie, an entire movie that's branded for this. So you get Connor Kent, you get Dick Grayson, you get Donna Troy,
Hang on. But I'm saying, hang on. I know you really hate Cavill, but I'm trying to save my boy Cavill because that dude's jacked.
You can't.
What if the death?
They already got rid of him.
What if the death of Ezra Miller's Flash and the death of Batfleck is the catalyst for Superman to become the Superman we all love? Like he now becomes the Superman we love.
Thousands of people have died already, and he hasn't changed so far. So what's going to be 2 more?
He pretty much changed at the end of Justice League.
Yeah, the way that should end if he becomes the actual Superman, and Superman goes, "Oh, I've killed 4 million people in Metropolis. I will go prison myself in the Phantom Zone." That is how. If that is how that arc ends, and you want him to be Superman, that's how Superman will respond to that.
We'll do this. We'll kill off Ezra Miller's Flash. I think that's the one thing we all do.
we all
no one's fighting that.
Ezra dies, yes. Sorry, Ezra.
Then what we do...
If you just said run so fucking back.
What we'll do is we'll use that as a catalyst to turn the Justice League into the Justice Lords, and then they take over Earth. And then
is that Owlman and all them?
No,
that's
Separate
Syndicate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then you can have your Dick Grayson and Connor Kent and
universe.
Donna Troy that rise up to take down their
tyrants.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
their former mentors.
Yeah, because then you get Wally West, and then the only person you don't have is a clear successor to Aquaman.
And then
you have his son after he's banged Mara.
And then you bring in Stephen Amell as Green Arrow.
Yes.
With the boxing arrow glove, because I want...
Wait.
He did that once. Who are you calling?
Wait.
This is the...
What are you doing?
Anyway,
did you catch the boxing
arrow? Wait, I'll answer this. Guys,
Yep.
I'll answer
that
this.
was
Hang
fantastic.
on. Guys, I'm on the phone. Hang on.
Why is it on speaker?
Yep. Yes. 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 Okay. Guys, I just got off the phone with the Disney Corporation.
I'm done.
I just got off the phone.
Oh my God, what did they say?
That was so weird that they called during the podcast. I just got off the phone. Okay.
Oh my God, Disney is calling us now?
The Disney Corporation just called us. Okay.
Name the CEO of Disney.
Bill Eisner. Okay.
I don't think so. Not anymore.
Not
for years.
They just let me know they have purchased every form of media there is, right?
Again.
They said, they just told me on the phone, by 2020, all creativity
over there
will be dead.
This is the same thing they've told us before.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, because of this, they created technology called remixing, right? Because Disney.
This sounds really, really familiar. We talked about this.
Because Disney owns the likeness of every actor, actress ever that can make films. They own every actor, the rights, the likeness, right?
Right.
So creativity is dead, and they called us. That was just what they called us about. They asked for our help, guys. Daniel, sit down. We're gonna need your help here. Okay.
Just a second.
Using remix technology, they gave us a list of flicks that they want us to remix. But here's the thing: the list, we have to do a complete 180 on it. Okay? They want it completely different. Now remember, that was so weird. I thought I put my phone on call. Silent.
Your phone on call?
I thought I put my phone on silence. I really apologize. That was really weird. So anyway, here's the list that they gave me in that phone. It's weird that I wrote that down so quickly.
Yeah. Especially since you can't type for shit.
So they said this is the movie they want remixed. 1999's Inspector Gadget. They want it remixed.
Okay.
They said, because creativity is dead in 2020, for some reason I can see into the future.
A year? 1 year?
As you do?
Yes, it's weird. They want it remixed. So the first Inspector Gadget, it was okay. So they want something completely different. So 180, what 180 degree turn? What can we do?
I want Clint Eastwood to be Inspector Gadget.
No,
if we're doing a complete 80, we don't go goofy. We go hardball detective.
I'm kind of into it, to be honest. If we're flipping everything on its head.
So go Gadget, Magnet 45.
No.
So like Dirty Harry style?
Dirty Harry style Inspector Gadget.
Does he get shot up RoboCop style, like Peter Weller style at the beginning of the movie?
I have just one question for you. Are you feeling lucky, Claw?
Can we not see Claw?
Go Gadget toothpaste.
So we're going.
You know it's a fantastic idea.
He's just mad he didn't think of it.
So we're going Dirty Harry style Inspector Gadget.
I guess.
Do we actually get Clint?
What is your idea, Tyler?
I don't know. To me, that's not Inspector Gadget. I get it. We're turning around.
Disney said 180.
We're doing a gritty reboot.
Yeah, we don't fuck with Disney. When they call, I answer.
Not really. You let it ring like 4 times.
Well, I was trying to get you guys' attention to be quiet, and y'all kept talking over the phone.
As loud it was on there.
Yeah.
Whoever, Mickey Mouse called you while he was munching on something.
I'm glad I didn't have caller ID because I'm so anxiety ridden. I would never answered it if it came up Bill Eisner.
Is that why you don't ever answer when anyone else calls you?
Yes. Okay, so we got Clint Eastwood as young Clint Eastwood or Gran Torino Eastwood. Remember,
Gran Torino. Not necessarily youngest Clint Eastwood though.
Unforgiven age.
Yes. We'll go Unforgiven age.
Who do we get to do the voice of Claw?
Sam Elliott.
Oh my God, yes.
That'd be a good Claw, yeah.
Okay, so we're going kind of a Western theme.
But we don't. They are not primarily Western characters. They've done Westerns.
Right.
We're not typecasting these guys.
We're not setting it in a Western. But so who do we get to play Penny?
Hold on. Have they perfected resurrection technology yet?
Oh yeah, we can Peter Cushing this. Yeah.
Oh.
We can use, like you said, they own Disney owns the likeness to everybody that's ever acted.
Michael Clark Duncan would be a fantastic Claw.
No, because I don't want to see Claw.
You don't have to see him.
You're talking about voicing it.
Yeah, you said voice him.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, I take it back.
He would play a fantastic voice of Claw.
You're right. Okay.
Actually, I'm kind of like that more than Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott's got a good voice. Mind you. It's just,
yes, you better.
No, like trust me. Like when the guy who killed Hitler and also Sasquatch that comes out, I'm going to say that day one.
Okay, so who do we get to play Penny real quick?
Penny.
Megan Fox.
Oh, fuck.
No, let's not go.
This
sexy.
is Disney, for Christ's sake. Pull out your A game.
Okay, let's go tragic orphan and not hot niece I want to bang. That was actually pretty creepy.
Suddenly sex offender.
Sorry, that was a bad set of words I proposed.
What's her name? Dakota Fanning.
Okay, all right. Okay, so done. I will send that off to Disney.
Wow, that's all we had to do. We just had to cast them. Didn't have to write a story.
No, we're just idea guys here.
Oh,
okay.
Do we?
They
do we
have
get
like
$1 billion
1,000 writers just in a room ready to write
Do
stuff.
we get our $1 billion now?
They don't have 1,000 writers. They have a room full of monkeys.
That actually doesn't work. They tried that.
No.
They did.
They put like 6 monkeys in a room with a typewriter, and they typed 6 pages of S's and shit on the typewriter.
No. This is an infinite amount of monkeys.
I'm not making it up.
I know. I want to high five because that is amazing.
So
It's
Disney,
amazing this world we live in that they will actually try stuff like that.
Disney wants to get into the board game movie.
Okay,
franchise.
that's lucrative.
2012's Battleship. 180 is around. I'm thinking McHale's Navy style war games that goes like down Periscope style movie.
Down Periscope was a great movie. I'm surprised you know it because it's a comedy.
Yeah.
It's not super popular.
Okay, if we get
Oh, right. It is kind of more obscure.
That's why he said McHale's Navy.
we're going comedy kind of down Periscope. Can we set it during the Cold War? And what they think is a training exercise is actually combat, but neither side wants to admit that they actually fired first, and then because they don't want to actually start the war.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I can get behind that.
Okay.
I'm thinking of a cast. I was listening to you. I'm just thinking of a cast.
But do you like the idea, though?
Yeah, I'll go with it.
I want you to be excited about what I say.
Rowan.
I'm married. I'm getting excited.
Rowan Atkinson is on the Russian side for the Cold War. He'd be funny. Just think of Mr. Bean and Das Boot. And then
Wrong country.
no. And then who would be the American leader?
I want it to be Sean Connery. Just so we
No.
can have a repeat of Red October.
Ryan Stiles from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
All right, I'd watch that.
Okay. Done and done. I will send that to
No.
Oh, sorry.
We
sorry.
can't- if we're gonna do Ryan Stiles on one side, it's gonna be Colin Mockery on the other side.
Oh, yes.
Because that would be
Yes.
great.
Okay, done and done. I'm sending that to Disney. Okay. So,
If there
Disney.
can just be a scene where every time you see Colin Mockery, he's wearing like a very poofy, like furry Russian hat, and at the very end he takes it off and he's bald.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Okay. Disney wants to give a big old fat middle finger to Warner Brothers. They want us to remix 2003's Looney Tunes Back in Action.
That movie was horrible.
That's why we're remixing it.
Why can't we remix Space Jam like a movie
Do you know?
everyone's seen?
Do you know this is
Did you
actually?
know that was supposed to be his trilogy?
You dick. This was actually originally supposed to be Space Jam 2. Looney Tunes Back in Action. The script started out as Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Hence-
before Space Jam 2 was a thing, the original Space Jam was supposed to be 3 movies, and it was supposed to be one with Michael Jordan, Space Jam, one with Tony Hawk
Yeah.
for skateboarding, and then one with I think it was Mike Tyson. No, it was
Mike
Jackie
Tyson.
Chan.
That'd be the horrible person.
Yeah,
to do.
it was like a martial arts movie. So I think it was maybe Jackie Chan or someone martial arts. And then after Space Jam bombed, they canned the other 2.
It bombed?
I guess the Space
Well,
Jam
I
did not
think
perform the way they wanted it to, so they canned the other 2.
Well, I guess it's more of a cult movie now. In a way, like it's a childhood movie, but the parents didn't get behind it, so it didn't work.
The Thing bombed, and it's a cult movie.
So how can we remix Looney Tunes Back in Action? A goofy, over the top. What would be a 180 on this? We already did Gritty. What would be not necessarily a 180, but what's a new spin on it we could do?
Back in Action, it takes place in a hospital.
Do you guys want to
Looney
know?
Tunes are doctors with radical treatments.
So it's like a serious political satire piece.
Oh yeah, what if you take that idea and then put it in the Roger Rabbit universe? So like you've got Toontown, but they didn't really do anything about it. So what if you do like a character drama based in Toontown?
Trump is trying to build the wall.
Through Toontown.
Yeah.
Around Toontown.
Seriously, what do you think?
And then
Like, that wall
then
was
Hollywood from Cool World escapes sleeps with Trump,
Yeah.
and then becomes the new president of the United States.
Done. I'm sending that to Disney. Well, I'm glad you guys were here because I didn't know what I was going to do if I received that phone call without you guys here. So I really
If Holly
appreciate
could, Holly would.
it. Okay. According.
Am I the only one that some of those animations they were fucking creepy?
What in Cool World?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Cool World.
It does not hold up at all.
No?
It's on Netflix. It does not.
I don't know. It's probably not on there anymore.
It is. You get a chance, watch it once and then never again.
Okay. According to DenonGeek.com, there are 121 remakes, reboots, and
Oh,
works.
is that it? Is that all for the list?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You sure
that was,
Disney got all our information?
Well,
that was a long phone call for
Well,
you.
well, I'm trying to move our podcast along. Well, I'm sure they'll get. Trust me, I'm sure they'll give us another phone call on another episode.
Oh, good.
Okay. So
Adam's fired? What? Okay.
So there are 121 remakes, reboots in the works. I am clearly not going to mention all of them, but I'm going to mention.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We mentioned all the Halloween movies.
So, give me a quick machine gun. Well, that phone call took up a lot of time.
I still know how many pieces of glass are in that window pane from the Halloween skeleton.
Say so, aren't you happy? You know that?
Oh, I am.
Okay. I'm going to name.
I'm almost the Colbert of Halloween movies.
I'm going to list these off. Give me a quick machine gun thoughts, and also if it's going to happen or won't happen, because some of these movies just get green lighted, but they just fall by the wayside. Some of them get green lighted, so other companies can't do it. Okay, here we go. Not all 121. Here we go. Ace Ventura.
No.
No. Yes.
Okay.
Not unless Jim Carrey's on it.
Okay. Aladdin. It is happening, but what do we think?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
They're continuing something that they've been doing for a while now, and it has been working, so I'm fine with it.
Okay. The Batman.
The Batman? Just
Is
like
this
a
going to take
Batman
place
movie?
in the...
Well, it's The Batman. It's the new one coming
Yes, I want to see it.
out. Okay.
Does this take place in the same one as the Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie?
Oh, I have no idea. They don't know anything about it yet.
It's just supposed to be a standalone Batman.
Want to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Big Trouble in Little China.
You can't perfect that movie. You can't make that movie any more perfect, so
Okay.
no.
The Birds.
That could
No.
actually be more terrifying nowadays, I think.
Like Hitchcock?
Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
Oh, I want to see that.
That sounds
I don't know.
terrifying.
I thought it
nowadays.
was
Blade.
Blade. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
There's been enough time.
Charlie's Angels.
No.
I just let it die.
Yeah, some things are just need to go. You tried. Let it go.
Cliffhanger. The
That's
Sylvester
Stallone movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't they already do another movie like that? Oh.
Is it going to have Stallone as the teacher?
No idea.
He'll probably be in it.
I'm going to put maybe.
Okay. Clue.
No, that movie is
You-
amazing.
You can't make it better.
What if they do it the same way?
No, doesn't matter.
You can't make it better.
Unless you have Tim Curry, and even then,
What if you Bandersnatch it and put it on Netflix?
Well,
Like, I would play that. Yeah.
but it won't be as good.
Okay.
it won't be Clue.
Coming from the guy that tried to do the Tim Curry speech from Clue when you were getting ready for prom.
Me?
Yeah.
The Clueless.
I don't
don't
care.
care.
Okay. The Crow.
They've been talking about that for a while.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Leave it
I'll
alone.
watch it if it comes out, but I think that again, I think it's a perfect movie. I don't think you can improve on The Crow.
Well, you take these movies that have now been elevated because the death of an actor, it gives you to think what gives them the right. In a sense, you know? Like,
I'm normally okay with reboots, but you have to have a reason to reboot. Like, your big thing for a reason to reboot is like improvement in graphics.
Now they just
And-
run out of money. Run out of ideas.
Oh, that too. But like with The Crow, the movie is relatively light on special effects. Like, there's no real CG needed. There's not a real. I mean, it's a character-driven piece.
the only thing about it's going to change is that you're going to have smartphones in it now. That's it.
I thought Jason Momoa was supposed to be in The Crow. I thought they've been
That,
talking about
that
this for a while.
died. That died a long time ago. Dungeons and Dragons.
I mean, if they actually make it a fantasy movie rather than people running around like chaos, I'm in for that.
Escape from New York. Yeah, okay.
Is that like the Snake Plissken?
Yeah.
I can maybe. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't know where it's at.
Go up the stairs.
And we're back. Cody's back from the bathroom. Tyler got yelled at, so he had to leave. Okay. We did escape.
Why would you yell at him, Adam?
I don't know.
Well, I don't think he was getting yelled at so much as just driven out of the house from the bathroom.
Gotcha.
Sorry, you shouldn't mix generic soda with Taco Bell.
Mountain Frost is not generic.
They spelled frost wrong.
It's
There's-
Fruost. Frost.
Frost?
Okay, anyway. Fantastic Voyage.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't even know the original.
That's the one where they shrink down and go inside the human body.
Oh, I know that one. That was fun.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, I mean, that one could probably do for graphics update. That'd be fine.
Starring Eddie Murphy.
Oh, no, I'm out.
Flash Gordon.
No. Some things are just better with the nostalgia.
Flight of the Navigator.
I have no idea what that is.
Me either.
Really? Okay. Green Lantern.
Well,
If
yeah.
they do it in our universe,
Okay.
That could be all right.
Gremlins.
are they going to be cute or are they going to be so CGI you can tell they're fake?
They're probably going to be CGI.
Yeah, no. I'm out on that one, too.
Inspector Gadget.
Like, again, if they do our version, yeah.
Well, they are going to do our version, guys. It's coming out in 2020.
Oh, yeah, right.
They actually called it League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I could get behind that. I
If they
enjoyed the
can-
concept.
If they make it where they can continue it like they was going to.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Major League.
I know what they're talking about. It's just a generic sports movie now.
It's
Pass.
not generic.
I'm
That
gonna
was
say
an
that's-
awesome sports movie.
That's the one that had, like, Charlie Sheen in it, right?
Yeah,
As
yeah,
the
yeah.
wild thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let It Die?
It just,
Okay.
Let It
well, no,
Go.
it's not Let It Die. It's just you have that same movie 15 different ways.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you guys really interesting.
Masters of the Universe.
You're happy
No.
about this, so yes.
Okay. The Matrix.
I don't. Again, you don't need to remake everything just because you haven't made one recently. Like, it's fine.
Well, like I said, some of these are probably just greenlit so other studios can't make them.
Yeah, like if they're
What
gonna.
if they just do the continuation of it? If it's that, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, like if they do another Matrix movie rather than a reboot, that's fine. Or if you're gonna do like a spin-off, or like I would be okay with them doing a soft reboot because 2 and 3 kind of got out there a little bit.
Okay.
No, I like the battle in New Eden. Is that right? Eden?
No.
It wasn't New Eden.
It started with a Z, didn't it?
New Zion.
Yeah, Zion. Yeah.
Like I like the battle between the tentacle squid things and all the mech suits. That was one of my favorite parts.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, like I like that part.
What were the squids called? Were they just called squids?
Seekers.
I like it.
Searchers.
It's been a long time.
Okay. Mortal Kombat. I'm down. I love Mortal Kombat.
If
I'm
it
down.
makes it gritty like the games and not campy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the first 2 as popcorn movies. I mean, I
Right.
recognize they're not high cinema, but I enjoy
Right.
them.
Like just so I can hear that Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat,
Resident
Mortal
Evil.
Kombat. Resident Evil. We have 5, 6 movies.
They're already restarting. The franchise just ended last year, didn't it?
Was
Well,
it
a
just
couple of
last
years
year?
ago.
I think it's been longer than that.
Like 2,
But-
maybe 2 to 3.
That
No, I
that
think
was
it
one
was
of
last
those.
year.
That was one of those movie franchises that really got away from them. Like, it started off nice and localized and kind of following the games, and then by the time Extinction came around, they're like, and it's a desert post-apocalyptic world, and they're like, they keep making more and more and having to work with what they've done.
Did that have nothing to do with the games?
But once you got to, I think it's Resident Evil 3, which was Extinction, they completely deviate from the games.
So what about like the last 2?
I think like just their own universe at that point.
Yeah, the last one I saw was the first one they did in 3D, where she lands on top of lands the plane on top of a building, and then there's a big fight on an aircraft carrier. I think that was the last one I saw.
You're correct. Resident Evil: The Final Chapter ended in 2016. Was the last.
So, wait, is that the one where they're in the entire CGI underground?
All the dead characters came back, and I think it was something like it was fake, and there's a giant bat.
Oh, I may not.
Gigantic sized bat.
I may not have seen Final Chapter then. I don't need to see that one.
Roadhouse.
It's a I don't know. Just no.
Gives bouncers a reason to fondle themselves.
Scarface.
Why do you touch movies like that?
Well, Scarface actually is a remake. Are you thinking of the Al Pacino movie is a remake?
Well, again, if they've remade it once and it was successful, why remake it again? You're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna hit flame another time.
All you're gonna do is make a shit ton more posters that drug dealers gonna hang in their house.
Good point. Short Circuit.
Oh, Johnny Five?
Yeah.
Modern robotics and modern CG could really improve that movie as long as they.
Yeah,
they
but wasn't
keep
the
idea.
love of that movie because it was practical effects?
Well, I mean, he had a certain amount of charm.
If that's the idea, we should have a lot better practical effects now.
Yeah.
Okay. Sister Act.
Again,
There's no reason to. Yeah. No.
I have no idea.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sister Act is the one where.
Whoopi Goldberg's nun.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said like sister. I thought you were saying like a sci-fi word.
No, Sister Act.
Okay, you've made it sound like you were saying a C, not an S.
Oh, okay, sorry. Spawn.
Spawn needs a remake.
Okay.
The CGI is real rough.
Yeah, it does not hold up. I remember really liking it as a kid, and I watched it when it came on Netflix. It's
rough.
Starship Troopers.
If they keep it as campy.
If they keep boobies in it, I will watch it.
There are some very attractive women in that.
Yes.
I want more of a spin-off than I want a remake because the CGI is fine in it. The graphics are perfect. Yes, it's nothing like the books. Nothing like the books. It's
Right.
just a sci-fi shoot 'em up. But I would want something like, honestly, if they're going to remake any of the Starship Troopers, remake the sequels.
The Starship Marauders wasn't too bad though.
It looked pretty rough.
Did you ever watch the CG Roughnecks, Starship Troopers Roughnecks?
I think so, yeah.
Time Cop. No.
I believe Time Alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toxic Avenger.
Toxic Avenger.
You know they're really gonna dumb that or dull that down.
Yeah, the joy of that one is the ridiculous and campiness of it.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can remake it and make it appropriate, especially not in today's day and age.
This one, I think, actually in today's political universe or whatever, political drama, white men can't jump.
I mean, what would you change about it? I mean, the message is already there. The message is...
Maybe change the races. Why is white men can't jump? Maybe...
No, I wanted to say something, but I don't want to get just blatant racist. No, like...
Maybe make it between, with Trump and everything in the wall, maybe make it a white guy and a Mexican?
Why do we got to do that?
Guess.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it's like it had this message of kind of collaboration back then, and I think that message stays true. I mean, you don't need to update people's fashion or cars to make the movie better or more modern. I think it's fine.
Okay, and finally, Zorro.
Antonio Banderas is going to be hard to replace.
Okay.
He did a damn good job.
Like, they are good movies, but if they can do it and not do it like a Zack Snyder Zorro, like, I don't want a super gritty Zorro.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Moving on to our next segment. This is a fan favorite. It's the first time we're doing it, and it's already the fan favorite.
Ooh.
Cody, you didn't know this because you didn't show up for our 3 Dudes in Review, but when we review something, since we're not negative, we give a see it or stream it. Okay? This is February 3rd. I'm going to list out the big movies coming out in February. This quick shoot from the hip, knee-jerk reaction, see it or stream it. Okay? Lego Movie 2, the second part.
Both.
I'm a stream it.
Stream it? Okay.
Say it's a sequel, stream it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the first one. I haven't liked anything else really from the Lego universe, so
Okay.
stream it.
I know Cody's answer. Let's see what Daniel's is. The Man Who Killed Hitler, then Bigfoot.
It seems pretty outlandish. I'm a stream it.
I want to see it.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it just seems
It's like I like the idea behind it. It sort of got that same feel behind it, like the men who stare at goats.
Okay.
It sort of got that feeling.
Yeah, I didn't like that movie enough to see it.
I didn't like it either because I thought I liked the trailers enough to go see it. but it was nothing like what they made it out to be.
That's true. It was
Okay.
a very disappointing movie.
I think I know Daniel's answer to this. Happy Death Day to you.
I'm gonna say stream it.
Oh shit. Okay, I thought you liked the first one so well. You go see it.
I did really like the first one, but I feel like it's not one of those movies that you really need to see it on big screen, and it's not have enough appeal for me to go, oh, I can't wait to see that. I'm going to rent it. I'm going to watch it as soon as it comes out, but
Right.
I don't see a desire to drive me to the theater to see it.
Fair enough. Well, if we do a 3 dudes in review on it.
Well, then that's a different story.
Okay, fair enough. Cody.
I haven't seen the first one, so I'm going to stream both of them.
Okay, go ahead.
If you liked Groundhog Day, I mean,
Like, I like the concept behind it, don't get me wrong, but I'm not really into just murder fest.
it's actually really well done.
Really?
Yeah, it's not as
Campy as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, and it's not as gory or bloody. I thought it was pretty well done, and honestly, it's just a more violent version of.
Is it more like a Final Destination, the first one, sort of feel to it?
A little bit.
And not like the sequels where they just like, oh, we're just going to make this stuff
Well,
hilarious.
it had a little more. It was a little more joke. I mean, it took itself serious, but it had a little more jokes in it, right?
Yeah, it did. It was definitely a comedy horror kind of movie, and the whole thing is there's a murderer. It's not her just randomly dying. There is someone out to kill her, and it's kind of cool to see how the killer's plan evolves as she tries to foil it through the movie.
Okay. Me and Daniel got into a huge argument where he almost stabbed me over this one. Alita, Battle Angel.
Ooh, yes, that one to see it. That one looks gorgeous.
It looks bland as shit.
It
It looks like nothing to me.
you have no taste.
I've been told so
yeah.
in this podcast.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I say see it.
Okay, see it or stream it, Cody.
Okay. I'm like an ad if like I get the chance to go see it with somebody, maybe, but I'm not going to go out and see it by myself. I'll like wait for it to be streamed.
Okay.
I don't know anything about the lore or anything about it. Like, to me, I don't. It's
Okay, and
it's got an interesting idea, but it's not interesting enough for me to see it.
Yeah, it's cyberpunky, and I always am starved for cyberpunk content.
Yeah, and I could care less.
Okay. Finally, How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World movie.
Stream it.
Okay.
I've enjoyed the first two. Like, if I had a kid to go see it with, I'd go see it, but I'm going to wait to stream it so I don't have to be that creepy guy sitting behind 3 kids in the theater.
Okay. Moving right along to our news. I only got 2 bits of news that I found interesting. This is the reason why I did the remix section. CBS is turning Frankenstein into a cop drama.
What?
According to the log line, the show's version of the monsters is mysteriously brought back to life after being killed in the line of duty. But as he resumes his old life, he and his wife realize he isn't the same person he used to be. They zero in on the strange man behind his resurrection, Dr. Victor Frankenstein.
Is this a cop drama?
Yeah,
Like a TV show?
it's a police procedural about a guy who's killed and brought back to life.
Is he going to look like a Frankenstein, or is he just going to be a dead guy? Like, oh, I'm alive again.
I'm assuming probably just a dead guy.
Uh-huh.
It's probably honestly it's probably gonna be more like RoboCop without the robot.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
If it was actually...
I was really stoked about that. Actually,
Oh man, that sounds terrible.
Okay, if it's just a guy that gets back to life, sort of like a, what's that, one, he was in the coma for 30 years, wakes up, now he can see dead people. The Zed Zone?
Oh, Dead
Dead
Zone.
Zone,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
if it's something like that. Now
or Altered Carbon, I guess. It was kind of that way.
Oh, Altered Carbon was.
Wasn't it about dead people who got new people that died? They got put into like other bodies.
Yes. Yeah. I mean that was kind of a premise.
Okay,
for
like,
it.
if it's that, I'm not going to care about it. If it's actually a guy that put together with different human parts, yeah, I'd definitely watch that.
I'd watch it if it was a gritty police procedural with Herman Munster in it.
I would kind of give up.
That
on
would
that.
fucking be awesome.
So my thing, and this is kind of a pet peeve of mine. How many things do we need to do that are just like, and he's a police officer? Because you have Forever Night where you have the vampire who's also a police detective. You've got this Frankenstein movie where he's a Frankenstein and he's a police officer. You've got Lucifer who's like, the devil.
Wait, what was
and
it?
he's
Oh,
a police officer.
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow. This is Ichabod Crane, a monster hunter.
And he
is a police officer.
Works with a police officer. Basically.
Wait,
And also worked with Bones and Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got Angel, another vampire who's a private detective, and
You gotta have the hook, man.
it's just
like just add frying pan, 2 ingredients, bam.
Yeah, it's the stupid apple pineapple thing. It's awful.
What?
I've got an apple. I've got a pen. Boom, Apple Pen. That thing. You haven't seen that on YouTube?
I don't know.
Yeah, you should see it on YouTube.
Spider.
Yeah, it's just like I would be all in for a Frankenstein TV show until you tell me it's a police procedural too.
Okay.
You know, give me a police procedural. It's an actual police procedural. That's why I like Bones, because there's no stupid gimmick. It's
sort of a stupid. There is a little bit of gimmick, a little bit.
I guess a little bit,
but they've kind of gotten those out. Like, this guy is super rich, but he actually does this mundane job every day. Like that. Glad they got rid of that aspect of it.
Yeah, and then just looking at all the other things that are just and police too. There was Once Upon a Time, she was. Yeah, Grimm. They have that variant too, where I'm super fantasy guy, huh?
Supernatural.
There's no police in that. There's no.
It's a stupid show.
It's no police procedure.
You're gonna get hurt.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
No taste.
Matt Reeves, the Batman. According to Deadline, the film will not be based on Frank Miller's Year One, but it will be a more noir take than its past incarnations.
As long as they give me a puzzle to solve and they don't make Batman a killer.
So we're gonna have the great detective Batman, not.
I'm just punching fucking shit at this point.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay. Because they really just ignore a lot of Batman's characteristics.
I'm still caught up on the fucking kryptonite thing from Batman v Superman. So they just automatically, this rock was there with him. It must be his weakness. Ha ha ha.
Yeah,
they make no. It's just that much of a leap with that. They make no this must work on him. No, they have no prior thing to show that actually works at all.
Was it in Kryptonite? Wasn't in Man of Steel, was it?
No.
No, it was the Kryptonian atmosphere they were trying to recreate.
Right. Okay, all right.
For some reason that worked, which is not the reason he was weak in the first place. The only reason he was... I'm sorry.
It's the radiation from the red sun that was around Krypton radiating from the rocks.
But after they was in stasis for I guess never mind. Radiation lasts a long time. I'll take that back.
It's still Man of Steel really shit on it, and then they didn't really bother to explain anything.
Okay, all right. So
Batman v Superman was terrible.
So those are my only 2 bit of news. Moving on to birthdays. I put a couple on here for you. Okay. Isla Fisher, who's a redhead.
Mm.
You know who she is?
No.
She's just some girl he worked with.
That magic movie. Movie about magic. Now You See Me.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. All right. Little man Warwick Davis.
Happy birthday.
Okay. His birthday today is the next guy, it's very topical to tonight's topic. Anthony Russo.
Happy birthday, Russo.
One of the Russo brothers that's doing a lot of the MCU. Elisa Donovan, another redhead. Clueless and Sabrina, the TV show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Who's she playing, Sabrina?
The redhead.
Okay.
That's all you give up.
She joined later. I think she was towards later the high school years and had a bigger role in college. I think she was more of the preppy chick.
Oh, you're talking about the original Sabrina.
Yeah, with Melissa Joan Hart. Melissa Joan Hart. Yeah, sorry. Another little dude, Jimmy V. He's the new R2-D2 because the original dude passed away. And he's one of the goblins from the Potter, the Wizarding World.
Oh, okay.
And stuntman for today, John Cuomo. stuntman for Preacher, Justice League, and the Fast and Furious flicks.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Happy birthday.
All right. Okay, so anything before we do the closing? I don't even know what the closing is anymore, man. It's been such a long time.
Yeah, I mean, like you knew the closing so well before.
No, thank you. So I want to pass it on to you. So Daniel's now going to do the next segment, which is the closing.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to the Damage Control Podcast. And make sure you check us out on all social medias. Check us out at Dam Control on Twitter, as well as check us out at Damage Control Podcasting, all one word, at Facebook and on Reddit at
Dam Control Podcasting.
Yes, /U Dam Control Podcasting. As well as, where else are we at? Instagram-ish? Are we on Instagram?
I don't
think
do
we're on
anything.
Instagram. We don't really do anything on Instagram. Twitter's the big one. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook. Send us an YouTube.
SoundCloud.
Are you wanting to do the intro? Exit?
Sorry.
No outro?
No, go ahead.
All right, so make sure you check us out on YouTube and SoundCloud. Check out our weekly uploaded videos. We record every Sunday, uploaded hopefully on Mondays by Adam here, our technical guy.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, hope you enjoy.
All right.